Hi, everybody, and welcome to Niner FIFA Radio's post-game show. I'm your host, Jaymie. And yeah, we could talk about this 49ers versus Browns game that ended up being kind of interesting. If you're new here, hi, I'm your host, Jaymie. I am normally doing the post-game shows right now. Normally, I'm on the Friday night show, but I am been currently scheduled to work those nights, so I've been unable to be on those shows. Also, if my voice sounds weird or I sound super nasally, I'm really sorry. I've been sick like this whole week, so I'm just trying to get over it like yesterday. So I am good. I am here. I'm gonna do a couple comments. Hey Teresa, good to see you guys. Bryant, hey, what's up? Thank you. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Right. Let me do a couple of housekeeping things real quick right off the top, and then we'll get into this game, shall we? All right. So if you guys are here, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate all the support. If you guys do want to continue to support us, one thing you could do is you could shop our affiliate link. It will be in the link in the video description or in the video description or in the audio, like the podcast description, if you're listening to the audio only version, which should be out pretty quickly after this is done airing. So it should be in the link. Just click that. And if you do anything like that, it helps support our show. If you guys like to go to any of the sporting events or any sort of concert, anything like that, if you use our promo code NinerFIFRadio, they will help get you save. I think it's 10% on all of the deals. Let me get rid of Brian Convent right there. Missed that game, FML. Yeah, we'll get into the game, guys. No worries at all. But yeah, so if you use that promo code, I think it's 10 or 15% off. It helps. I can't remember right off the top of my head. Normally it's here, but it feels really big this time. So let's see. Oh, we're gonna do that. That's better. So we will do that. Let's see. I am struggling hardcore, guys. Can you tell? So yeah, definitely check out this. This is just it's a good way to help support the show, and it saves you guys some money if you guys end up going to actual events. So it's always good. You want to follow us? Here's our social media posts. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at Niner FIFA Radio. If you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at Niner FIFA R, or now known as X. If you want to follow us in any of those spots, those are a great way to keep up with us as well. Also, if you just type in ninerfifaradio.com/subscribe, it'll take you to our main homepage and everything, and it'll have all of our information there and whatnot. So that's also a great way to support the show. Even subscribe, tell your friends, do whatever you got to do. All those are super, super great way to support the show. So, yeah, thank you guys for hanging in there with me with that. All right, let's get to some of these other comments. Bryant, tough game. Teresa, feel better. Faithful sister. Thank you. Appreciate it. It has kicked my ass. I'm not going to lie to you. Hey, Kim, what's up? Our girl Kim is here. Helps us run this joint, which is awesome. Kim's the best. Yeah, so 49ers are no longer defeated. We ended up losing, I think it's 16-19 or 17-19. With this game. Let me pull up the stats. Hold on. Give me just a second. Pull this over here. Give me just 1 second. It was a rough game. I was listening to this game. We're not doing that. Here we go. 17-19. Browns won. All right. Let's click this. I don't even know if I want to look at these stats, to be honest, guys. Thank you, Kim. Yes, 17-19. I listened to this game, guys. This game specifically, because normally I'm working during the games. This game was a pain to listen to because of how many freaking penalties there were during this game. I'm not even joking. Like, lots of bad calls, but I didn't see anything because I didn't get to watch it. But it just sounded insane listening to this. Like, I felt like every 2 seconds there was a flag being called or some. It was just insane. We needed this like a call. That I will agree with. I am glad that we got our loss out of the way because, like, the longer this was going to go on, the more nervous I was going to get. So I'm kind of glad. And the Browns' defense is no joke. So, like, if we were going to start losing games, this is a pretty good spot to start. Not spot to start, but like this is like it's just interesting. But yeah, the penalties this game were killing me. Trying to listen and trying to figure out what was going on, and it just sounded like it was a mess. I didn't realize it was raining for a few minutes until one of the announcers kept reiterating it was raining. I'm like, oh, okay, that explains why we're not throwing it super much. Hey, remember the 9-4 Super Bowl year we lost to Philly 40-8? Okay. Hey, that's also another good thing. We're bringing in Philly up right now. Philly also lost today, so there are no more undefeated teams. So that's all done and taken care of. So we're good on that. So like it's not just Philly standing undefeated, so makes it feel a little bit better. But I am kind of glad that it is done and out of the way. Let's see the stats. But it was just a rough game. Brock Purdy did not play very well, and missing. I know he missed Brendan Ayuk a few times, wide open shots. I'm assuming he wasn't throwing super a lot because of the weather. I didn't realize this was a bad weather game. To be honest, I hadn't really heard that much about it. So that kind of sucked. I know there was some pre-game scrimmages, like people were getting in fights almost pre-game, which was not great. Debo got hurt very early in the game, along with I know Trent got hurt, McCaffrey got hurt, Debo got hurt. I know 2 other players did, but I don't think any of them are super serious, which is good. But like all of them, I understood what was happening. The Debo one is weird because I don't remember hearing him saying he was like down or he was hurt. So does anybody know what exactly happened to Debo? I've heard it's not super serious. So his x-ray or his test came back negative, so that's good. It's not super serious. We got this one. Brock needs to learn how to play when the rest can. Yeah, maybe he does. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood tonight, guys. So I might say some off the wall stuff. So just bear with me. So I know Brock struggled a lot this game to connect with Brandon because once McCaffrey went out with his injuries, if it was an oblique injury, it was there and Debo was out. It was the Browns had our number. We couldn't really do very much until like that last drive where we got down the field. And that's the one thing I will give Brock. He may have messed up a lot during the game. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to start coughing. He may have messed up a lot during the game, but when we needed him on that final drive, he got us down the field into position to win the game. It's just Jake Moody was not hitting his field goals today. So he missed the one early in the game for sure. I don't know if he had a chance at the last one. I stopped listening like 5 minutes before the game was over because I couldn't do it anymore. It was getting me too angry. And so it was just like, this was a rough game. This is a game I felt like that has been coming though, because we've just been playing way too good football. And I do think what sucked, Damien said, we needed a wake up call. And honestly, I think we did need to come back down to earth a little bit. I mean, it was nice, but it is nice to kind of, I feel better now that we got this loss out of the way. Brock threw his interception today. We kind of got all of this stuff that people have been marking out of the way now. And now we can focus on playing. I'm worried about the injuries. We'll definitely keep you guys updated. Sorry about that. Updated coming up this week and seeing how that all goes. Because we play the Vikings Monday night, which is good. An extra day of rest. So that's awesome. But, man, this game was sad, though. I mean, I knew that I kept hearing that the Browns defense was tough, but they played us pretty tough, honestly. And our O-line was struggling, and poor Trent Williams got hurt his ankle, but he stayed in the game because he didn't want to put our poor young guy, I think Jalen, in to face freaking Myles Garrett. So he stayed in the game. Which, props to him for toughing it out so that we have to play our young guy in there, because that's not a great first matchup is against Myles Garrett. So no. 49ers defense was they held them to 19 points. It's still under 20 points. That's awesome. But the Browns were able to move the ball, I feel a little bit easier than we were on the Browns. So Nick Bosa got a sack, though. I know that. So it was just props to the Browns defense, though. They played hella tough. And to the Browns quarterback, who I guess is an old vet guy, he was up and down all game, but when they needed him on that last final drive, he doing what he could do. So it was a weird game. It was just a weird game. And I hate these kind of games because everybody gets so out of luck, and they everything just gets messed up. It's just wild. I don't know if you guys have anything to add, but it's just it was just a crazy, crazy game. To be honest, it was just a weird game. But yeah, we play Monday night, which I'll actually be able to watch the game and hop on almost right after, because I do not have work Monday night, which is awesome. Hopefully you guys can't see anything. And so yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have anything to say. I can go through the stats if you guys want, but they're not crazy like they normally are. Might as well. All right, let's see. Presents. All right, so we got Brock Purdy, 12 of 27, 125 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. McCaffrey, 11 carries, 43 yards. Jordan Mason, 5 carries, 27, and 1 touchdown. Ray McLeod, 2 carries, 23 yards. Debo, 2 for 11. Brock Purdy, 3 through 7. And then Elijah Mitchell, 2 for -3. Ayuk, 4 for 76. Dwan Jennings, 2 for 26. Juice, 1 through 9. McCaffrey, 3 through 9. McLeod, 1 for 4. And Kittle, 1 for 1. Fumbles. Brock Purdy had a fumble. Tavarius Ward had a forced fumble. Diamador Lenore had a nice interception at the end, though. That was nice. Fred Warner also had a nice interception at the beginning. Nick Bosa had a sack. I feel like somebody else had a sack. Oh, Randy Gregory had a sack. So he had a good outing on his first time out. Jake Mitty on field goals was 1 through 3. His longest was 25 yards. And he was perfect on his extra points, so. I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it's nothing crazy. Let's see. Okay. So it was just one of those games. We're always gonna get those games like that rain mud bowl against Washington, like either like a couple years ago, like in 19. Yeah, 19 because Nick Bosa was there. Those games are always weird. Browns capitalized on bad calls by the refs. The Gibson call was bad. That I did see. And even the announcers when I was listening to it were like, no. But the whole rest thing is so stupid. But because it did feel like Niners would get a lot of bad calls. Browns would get a couple of bad calls, then back to like kind of going back and forth. And it just ended up that the Browns just came out on top because they just I don't know. It was just a weird game. I don't know if you guys agree. It was just a weird game. Hopefully, I hate when the calls get like put into this because it sucks because it shouldn't be like that, but it is what it is. The Gibson call was bad. I will agree with that. It was bad, and the refs will probably see that later and be like, "Oh, we shouldn't have done that." But I mean, it's too late. It already happened. I don't know. It's kind of always been my attitude. It sucks though. I'm not gonna lie. But for me, since I was listening to it, I couldn't see it. I didn't have as much of a overt reaction to it. So, because like if I had seen it when it was live and everything, I probably would be just as pissed. But like the penalties for both teams were out of control this game, and both teams were just super on edge the whole game. And I do not know why, because this is not a rivalry, and we don't even play the Browns that often. So I don't know what this was all about and why everybody was so like chipper today. It was weird. Bryant, Moody will learn from this. I agree. I think Moody had a bad call on him too. I can't remember, but this is a game that I think we'll learn from and see and show the guys, hey, we can play almost a perfect game like last week. And then we can play a really, really shitty game like this week. So it's just like it's gonna be what it is, you know? It sucks. And would it have been nice to have a perfect Cinderella season? Of course, but they're super, super rare. They hardly ever happen because, like we all say, every given Sunday, anybody can win any given Sunday, to be honest. Guys just got to play. And for some reason, the Niners just got outplayed today, and just nothing was going right for them this game. Just like everything was going right for them last week. So it is what it is. So it just sucks though. The calls are just crazy. And but and I'm also something too is I've seen people are saying, well, Purdy's done now. He can't. I feel like because when I was listening to it, I felt like they weren't throwing the ball, and I was getting confused why they weren't throwing. And then I realized it was raining, so I'm like, okay, Kyle doesn't like to throw that much when it's raining, and so I just did that. And then I kept hearing he kept missing players. So, and I know it was windy, I think. So I don't know. It was just a weird lot of things happening. And so I don't know, but I think everything we'll still be okay. Like the Eagles lost, so we didn't lose our spot for the number 1 seed in playoffs, which is what we really want. We want that bye for our guys. We really, really do. And so that's honestly like we kind of like it sucks, but it kind of worked out because the Eagles lost too, and they're really like our biggest adversary right now. The ball was slipping out of pretty that too, and when it rains, the ball gets really slippery. I never held a wet football before, but I'm assuming it's like impossible to hold. So like, I'm assuming that's why we weren't throwing, and that's why we were running, and that's why when CMC went out with his injury, it became it was becoming an issue because we could not run the ball like at all. And that was going to be part of Kyle's game. But also, the defensive coordinator who has played against Kyle Shanahan is now 9-1 against Kyle. So he has Kyle's number. So I don't know what exactly the play calls were that he was showing Kyle, but Kyle was struggling with his play calls, and the play calls were weird too. So it's just like, I think the biggest thing you could say about this game is how weird and how un-49er like they were. But you know, it happened. It's only week 6. We still got a lot of football left to play. We're still only 5-1. We're still tied at the very top of the NFC with the Eagles right now. And the NFC has to go through us and the Eagles right now. And so we're going to be, I think everything's going to be fine. We're still one of the top teams in the NFL in general. So I feel like next week, Monday night, ignore my cat. Monday night, you can go. Monday night against the Vikings is going to be a bounce back game, and it'll be fine. So this is not a super, there's always that one game that the Niners play every year that's always weird. And this is probably it for this one, because this was such a weird game. I don't think you could sum it up any better than that. So, let's see. And so everything will be fine. So we'll see how it goes. Anybody else have anything else they want to talk about specifically? That's kind of where I'm at. I mean, this sucks. It's not fun to take a loss. But you know, like the team says, on to the next week. They'll sit with this for the next 24 hours. Then when the work week starts and they have to go and get ready to play Minnesota on Monday night, they'll start focusing on Minnesota, and they'll put this in the background, and they'll take a lot of this and learn from it and be ready to play in a hopefully much better environment like than rainy in Cleveland. So, yeah. I always hate rain games because I always feel like it's never, especially if they're outside, it's just never, something always happens. It's always weird. But yeah, we will keep you guys updated with all the injuries. We did have those few injuries this week, so hopefully, doesn't seem like too many of them are too serious. The fact that Trent was able to go back out there, I think, shows that his ankle isn't too bad. But I'm more worried about CMC's oblique injury, because whenever you have like the muscle, like a hamstring or some sort of like groin or muscle, those always take long to heal because of how easily they are to re-injure, because they really are. If you guys don't listen to the Fantasy Focus, if you guys play fantasy football and you guys don't listen to Fantasy Focus, you should listen to there, because Stephania Bell, who's their girl who keeps up with the injuries for the whole league. She's a huge 49ers fan, though. The whole league keeps everybody up to date on all the injuries, and she does such a great job, and she explains what's going on. And with these hamstrings and these like soft tissue muscle injuries, they're always very easy to re-injure. So if you guys still listen to those, you should definitely check them out if you're interested in learning more about those kind of things. But other than that, I really don't have very much to say, guys. This is just, like I said, a weird game. But yeah, team's probably not super happy. Didn't seem super happy. Moody hopefully will be better moving forward. But you know, it is what it is. It's a game that happened. So I'm not happy at all. Ignore the talking in the back. And then we have Bryant here who says, Browns got us this time. Move on to the Vikings. Exactly. That's what we've got to focus on. On to the Vikings. All right, guys. Well, I will see you guys. I will run through the little housekeeping thing real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you guys shortly, but one last quick little snippets. If you want to support the show, check out our affiliate link. It'll be in the description of the video or in the audio, like the podcast description. And those, if you order anything, use the affiliate link. It's a great way to support the show. If you guys like to go to any of the sporting events or concerts, use our promo code NR50 to help save some money on your tickets. And it also helps support us as well. If you want to check us out, go to 950radio.com/subscribe. It's a great way to check out our show, check us out, and subscribe to us as well. And if you want to follow us on any of our social media pages, we're at 950 Radio on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr, and we're at 950R on Twitter, or now known as X. So, yeah, that's all that for you guys tonight. Like I said, enjoy your evening. Everything will be all right, guys. It's not going to be too bad. Don't stress too much about this. There's been a lot of takes on Twitter and stuff, but I don't think this is the end of the world. I feel like this is going to be one of those games that's an anomaly for the Niners this season. So, Bryant, great show. Stay faithful, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Kim, thank you for always showing up. Thank you. Yeah, guys, enjoy your evening. And as always, go Niners.